Children, have you noticed how the world feels very quiet just before a big change? Ashok Vatika was just that calm. The moonlight rested on the leaves. The night breeze was gentle. Sita sat beneath the trees. Her face was peaceful, but her eyes were wandering. Trijata stood beside her. She said softly, "Do not worry, my child. Dark nights do not last forever. Morning always comes." Listening to this, Sita smiled faintly. "Yes," she said, "I can feel it. I can feel it that something is about to change." And far away, Lanka was not as quiet. Someone was beginning to worry. Can you guess who that someone is? Then stay with me, children. Our story will answer this question.
Ancient Culture Tales.
Children, the battlefield was silent. Broken weapons lay scattered. The fight was over, but for now. Meghnad stood alone. He remembered the Nagpash attack and also the Shakti weapon attack. He remembered his pride. He remembered how sure he was before both of the attacks. But Ram still stood strong. Meghnad's smile faded. His eyes lowered. He thought, these are not ordinary enemies. And children, for the first time, Meghnad felt doubt. When the warrior stops boasting and starts thinking, the war is about to change. Meghnad turned away. He did not go to fight. He did not go to plan. But he went to pray at Nikumbala Devi's temple. The air felt heavy. Fire burnt low and the silence pressed close. Meghnad closed his eyes. He folded his hands and whispered, "Devi, give me the strength. Give me the victory. I cannot let Ram win at any cost." The flames flickered and shadows moved along the walls. Children, when even the proud seek power beyond themselves, a great danger is near. Meanwhile, high in the palace of Lanka, Ravan stood there. He listened as his messenger told him the news. Their voices were low and the news was bad. Their plans had failed. Their enemies still stood strong. Ravan's smile disappeared. He stopped pacing. He stopped shouting. But children, can you think of a name who was left to fight for Lanka? Ravan felt the tide changing and began to think. He stood alone. He thought of his warriors, but many had fallen and others had failed. Only one name remained. Heavy, silent. Ravan opened his eyes in realization. There is one more. Children, the last choice in war is the most dangerous one. Let me take you back to the memory lane. Long time ago, Ravan and his brothers wanted to become very powerful. So they prayed very hard to Brahma, that is, the creator of the universe. Ravan and his brothers stood still for a long time. They did not eat, they did not rest. They only prayed in deep meditation. And children, Brahmadev was pleased. He appeared before them and asked, "I am pleased with your prayers. Ask for a blessing." Now children, listen to what Ravan and his brothers ask as a blessing. Ravan, as proud and confident he can be, said, Brahmadev, I do not want to be defeated by the gods in the sky or by the powerful beings in the universe. I want no strong one to be able to destroy me. Children, Ravan believed that humans and animals were weak, and so he did not ask protection from them. Brahmadev listened carefully, and he granted Ravan the blessing exactly as Ravan asked. Children, Brahmadev did not trick Ravan. Ravan chose what to ask, and that's why Ravan became very powerful, but he could still be defeated by a human or by a Vanar. And now it was Ravan's brother Kumbhakarna's turn. Kumbhakarna wanted Indrasan, that is, the seat of Indradev, the king of gods. But children, his words slipped, and instead of saying Indrasan, he said Nidrasan, that is, the blessing of sleep. Brahmadev heard the words exactly as they were spoken, and so Brahmadev blessed Kumbhakarna. He said, Tathastu. Kumbhakarna was blessed with Nidrasan. Kumbhakarna immediately noticed the mistake. He was afraid. Ravan too pleaded to Brahmadev. But Brahmadev said gently, I cannot take back what is spoken. And then Brahmadev explained the rule. Kumbhakarna, you will sleep for 6 months and remain awake for 6 months. When you wake naturally, no one will be able to defeat you. But if your 6 months of sleep is disturbed before time, you can be defeated. And children, that is how Kumbhakarna received this strange blessing. A powerful blessing, but with a strict rule. Children, let us come back to our main storyline. Deep inside the palace, Kumbhakarna was sleeping. Not an ordinary sleep, a deep, heavy sleep. Ravan decided to wake up Kumbhakarna. His ministers warned him, saying that it is only 2 days left for Kumbhakarna to complete his sleep. But Ravan, as desperate and eager he could, he decided that no, Kumbhakarna cannot sleep further. Children, when a giant awakens, the war can never be the same again. What do you think will happen now? See you all in our next episode. Jai Shri Ram!